Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Gaming History 101. Or, as we can all say, welcome to Gaming History 101. I am your professor, Morgan, and today our lesson shall be on Minecraft. So, everyone knows the household name of Minecraft. It's a well-known video game. Everyone's played it. Everyone's heard of it, especially since the movie came out. And of course, everyone will always know it as the block game. Well, that actually goes to Roblox, but still. Minecraft has gained a lot of popularity, and of course, and thanks to its massive amount of popularity, that means a lot of people play it for content or just play it to have fun. So today we are going to go into its history, and then we'll talk about why it became so popular. Starting with, of course, where it started. Minecraft's history begins with Marcus Notch Pearson, a Swedish programmer who created the game back in 2009. The game was inspired by games such as Ruby Dung, a base building game, and Infaminer, a block-based mining game. Notch developed Minecraft as a survival sandbox game. The game's initial public release was in 2009. I still remember when I first played it as we were just waiting for our food for dinner, and my mom just handed me her phone with Minecraft on it, and I played it, and I was just like, oh my god, this is fun. Later, Mojang Studios, well, a full release was they eventually fully released it in 2011. Later, Mojang Studios, which Notch founded, was acquired by Microsoft in 2014. Some saw this as a bit disappointing, but some saw it as for the best, as Microsoft did make Minecraft more public and more influential in our games today. That doesn't mean I fully trust Microsoft, but whatever. Anyways, now back when Minecraft first began, it didn't have a lot. As you weren't able to really see yourself in the third person, the world wasn't as big, and most of the blocks were pretty straightforward. You got your grass and dirt, your trees, your sand. Heck, I'm not even sure if oceans were around yet. But like most games, Minecraft did, of course, get updated every now and then, and with updates come new features, such as being able to swim, being able to tame animals, and so many others. Boats were added, horses were added, villagers, iron golems, which are a fun way to end your little hardcore world if you're being a bit stubborn, and of course new enemies. The creeper was a well-known. Creepers first began like back in the early days of Minecraft, as of course they were known for, well, exploding as soon as they get close to you, which, of course, enraged a lot of people, myself included. Every time I died to a creeper, I always felt like a bit of a fool, but whatever. There are your basic undead enemies like zombies and skeletons, a few spiders here and there. Eventually, they added more unique stuff. Of course, there was the creeper, but then they added stuff like the Enderman, an Enderman and being a tall black figure with purple eyes that teleports and picks up blocks. And as soon as you stare at it, it will attack you. And that is a bit unfortunate if you have a lot of stuff on you, because if you don't kill them, they will likely kill you. And it's not a fun time, let me tell you. Then, of course, there are other mobs. Some are more basic than others, like the simple pig, chicken, cow, owl, and of course, man's best friend, a wolf. And like most things in life, well, not most things in life, most things when it comes to dogs, wolves will become your friends if you give them the proper things, such as bones. You give a wolf a bone, it will become your friend. In fact, it will become your tamed pet, and it will be your companion. In fact, the game will even let you know if the wolf unfortunately dies due to either fall damage, drowning, or something else. And there were cats too, but I'm more of a dog person, so that's the one I'm focusing on. And of course, they had more things. In the past, it was pretty hard to tell what villagers sold what, as they mainly just sold as they mainly just looked like regular villagers, but they had different colored clothes. Nowadays, it's easier to tell which villager sells what based on more unique outfits, like the archer having an archer's hat, the blacksmith having a blacksmith's apron, black gloves, and an eye patch, the armor having goggles, and the librarian, of course, having glasses and a librarian's hat. And of course, the locales were a bit different as well, such as librarians actually living in a somewhat functional library. Of course, not everything Minecraft does is easy, as there are certain ways people will exploit the game to make it look somewhat unique. But sometimes these things are good, like shader packs to make the game look beautiful, or texture packs to make the game look very, very different from its base game, from the way it is base. And of course, who could talk about Minecraft without, of course, talking about the fundamental mods? Mods are, of course, player added updates to the game. Well, not exactly an update, more of a modification, which is where mod comes from. And it adds different things into the game. Like if you want to play Minecraft, but you want to be able to use a gun, just download a gun mod. Or if you want to play Minecraft, prove that you're sane and possibly fight maybe the Ender Dragon early on, then just download a mod that spawns the Ender Dragon throughout the world as like a random spawn. Maybe you want different variants of dragons. Maybe you want to experience what The Walking Dead was like. Maybe you want to experience other things. Well, the mod community has many different mods. You got Lucky Blocks. You got Sonic mods. You got Mario mods. You got mods dedicated to thousands of games, and you got mods dedicated to thousands of biomes and all sorts of other things. The mod community is pretty great. And in fact, there are times they mod Minecraft so much that starts to not look like Minecraft. And that's actually quite interesting. And it feels more like a Soulsborne game. Now that we have talked about the game itself, I feel like it's time to bring up something important. Recently, Minecraft, of course, released its movie. And it seems it's a 50-50 split on people who think it's good, but mainly because they were there with their kids, people who think it's good for the nostalgia of nerding out to Minecraft, and people who don't like it. I haven't seen it, so I can't put myself in a definitive camp, but I can talk about a few things that I've seen people, of course, talk about the movie. For example, the Minecraft movie centers around Jack Black and how he is in the Minecraft world being creative. Then four randos enter the world. Well, there's more context, but like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what the full context is. And of course, there's also the fact that rather than making it look like making them into block people, they instead are retaining their human forms in the Minecraft world, which is a bit too weird if you ask me. I mean, if you want to experience yourself walking through the game, then I guess the movie gives you your best version of it by making it look like you are actually in the game, which is pretty interesting, but still. And then there's, of course, the way certain things look in the film. Certain things do look interesting, like the chicken, well, I guess I can say the Iron Golem looks pretty cool, but there are certain things that didn't look good as soon as the first trailer came out. For example, the pink sheep. Oh, that sheep. I remember when I watched that trailer and I thought the pink sheep looked like it was in pain slightly, and that looked a bit unfortunate. So while the pink sheep may look like it's in forever torment, the rest of the movie seems to be all right. In fact, there's actually an accidental visual glitch where Jack Black's eyes are white, and a lot of people are making references to Herobrine with that. But we gotta, or at least I'm gonna talk about something that I thought was pretty amazing for the movie to do. Like most things, whenever a game gets big, it of course becomes pretty popular in the content creating community. Minecraft is no different. When Minecraft fully came out, a lot of people started making their careers becoming Minecraft YouTubers. You got the good ones, from when the game initially came out, like the Diamond Minecart, Captain Sparkle, popular MMOs, and a few others. And then later on, more Minecraft YouTubers debuted, and this was more of a modern day one, like Dream or George Not Found, Quackity, and so many others. But none stood out more like Technoblade, a guy who had a simple little king skin, but he had a pig face rather than a normal one. But Techno was a very well-liked Minecraft YouTuber. A lot of people enjoyed his content. A lot of people enjoyed him. He was very fun to watch. I may not have watched a lot of him, but from what I did see, he seemed pretty fun, and I thought it was great. Unfortunately, however, his story didn't end great. And I don't mean like he was canceled or anything. Unfortunately, Techno was diagnosed with cancer, and he unfortunately passed away a few years ago. It's been pretty tough on the Minecraft community, as a lot of people really looked up to and respected Techno, but he's gone now, and that's unfortunate. But in the Minecraft movie, they actually had a little Easter egg in the movie dedicated to Techno. While they were walking through the village, it seems that there's a pig wearing a crown, which is a reference to Techno. And it's just beautiful that Mojang, Warner Bros., they gave credit to someone who unfortunately isn't around anymore to witness this kind of thing. And that's beautiful. I love it when video games give credit to someone who dedicated themselves to playing the game, someone who are fans of the game and made their careers off of it. Skyrim did it, and in a way, if you think about it, Fallout New Vegas did it when they had Matt Perry on there as Benny. But this one just felt somewhat more special because a lot of people like Techno. Not to say people didn't like Matt Berry, but this one was more connecting to kids who played this game and probably watched Techno as they were growing up, which is very nice. Of course, there are also a lot of Minecraft YouTubers who make a lot of videos that are centered around civilizations or like civilization experiment kind of things or events, as you will, like putting 100 players in a battle royale or putting 100 players in Maze Runner, which is pretty interesting. Minecraft is a well-known game. A lot of people love it. I love it. Does that mean I play it often? Not really. I don't really have like a lot of friends I can play it with. And most of the friends I do have don't exactly play it as often, which is unfortunate. But still, it's a good game. I enjoy it. The people I know enjoy it. The community enjoys it, despite the fact that it's very toxic. And of course, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Notch made quite the game. Even though he may not be fully in charge of it anymore, at least I think. I could be wrong on this, but still. But even though Notch gave Mojang over to Microsoft, we still love the fact that he created this game. If he didn't, I feel like the world would be at least a little bit different. Maybe YouTubers wouldn't be as popular as they are now. Maybe there wouldn't be a lot of interesting and funny moments on Twitch. Who knows? But it's always interesting thinking about the butterfly effect, but we're not going to go there today. Instead, we're just going to go like, you did a good job. And with that, that's Minecraft. I will say, I wish I could have had students in here to talk about this game with, but this one's on me as I had it very last minute. So you reap what you sow, I guess. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this nice little podcast. And with that said, have a nice day, and I'll see you all next time.